events of yesterday, on the 21st of June in the year 2019, at Rivertex in Eldoret, got me thinking. During yesterday's relaunch of Rivertex, the President of the Republic of Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta, remained formal, never talked politics. He never offended anybody, but he was too formal. And this indicated there was something going on. Immediately after the event, he left. Despite the jokes from people like Sudi, a little from Mandago, the governor of Wasingishu, despite assurances from his deputy, William Ruto, that the entire country in general and Rift Valley in particular are behind him, the president never talked politics. So this got me thinking. Are we almost where we were as a country in the year 2001, in the days just before the 2002 election? Around that time, President Daniel Arap Moi was interested in his successor, and he kept the country guessing. But at some point, it became difficult for him to name his successor. He played a number of games, including introducing regional vice chairman of Kanu, bringing Raila into Kanu after Raila had folded his NDP party, including bringing in Uhuru Kenyatta to Kanu. But still, he found it difficult to tell the country who his successor was. So looking at the president yesterday at Rivertex, I can see him going through the same. For Moi, it was difficult. Here was his long-serving vice president, the late Professor George Saitoti, God rest his soul. It was obvious he was to succeed Moi. But at some point, Moi even told us and told Saitoti, urafiki na uongozi ni tofauti. I just got wondering, is Uhuru about to get that stage? Moi had a number of people waiting to succeed him. The Prince, Musalia Mudavadi, the uncrowned king, had lived with Moi with all the expectations that he will be made the president. There was Kalonzo Musyoka. There was Ronald Ngala, of course. And then there was Raila Odinga, made to leave his party to come to Kanu, perhaps with the full hope and expectations that he will succeed Moi. And then brought in as a rookie politician, green, was Uhuru Kenyatta. Until the time in Kapsikwoni, Mount Elgon, in the current Bungoma County, when President Moi announced to the country that the successor will be one of those people, nani huyu mzee, Uhuru Kenyatta. I remember vividly, I had just attended a function with the president at Eldoret State Lodge before he went to Mount Elgon. I remember seeing the agony on the face of Musalia Mudavadi, who was present in that function. So yesterday got me thinking. Read together with the harsh words that the president had used on Sunday at Kasarani, I'm tempted to believe that the president is determined to give the presidency perhaps to somebody other than William Samoei Ruto. We have said this before, but you can see the tension You can see the urge, the pull. You can see the president under some kind of stress. And I interpret this to mean he is exactly where Moi was in 2002. At some point, I also get the feeling that the president would have said more in Kasarani during the Corino meeting if Ruto had not been there. I get the feeling, therefore, that the president is almost where Moi was in terms of having a successor, but knowing how difficult it will be to relay the information, knowing how painful it will be to those who would be hoping it is them, in this case, to his deputy. For Moi, it was even worse. There was like 4 or 5 people, all expecting, each one of them expecting they would succeed more in 2002. It was so difficult. And I can see today, my advice to William Samoei Ruto is to read the politics of the time keenly. I see Ruto getting to a bridge, wanting to cross. Yonder lies State House. It is at night. He is the driver in the car. There is a long, narrow bridge, which if he crosses, he enters State House. But from nowhere, fog engulfs the entire region, the entire area, and the bridge is not visible at all. Something else, this long, narrow bridge has no guardrails. It is just like this, narrow, long, without any guardrails. And there's serious fog. Ruto is being cheered on by Sudi, Murkomen, and a few others. Aisha Juma with her lyrics, itawezekana, vuka. But there's David Murade warning his brother, don't cross, you'll tip into the water. And because of the love Murade has for Ruto, he's threatening to seek court intervention so that his brother does not cross. Remember, the driver, William Ruto, is driving minus a license, driving license, which Rafael Tuju has withheld. Atwoli is shouting by the side, telling Ruto, don't, and you are not going to cross. Anybody can take this to the bank. I think what Atwoli means is Ruto will finally use common sense and see the dangers of crossing this bridge. If the vehicle tips into the water, if you fall into the water, there are many, many crocodiles, which will swallow you. So here it is. The gentleman is on one side of the road. There's a bridge without a guardrail, long. It is very dark because of the fog. He must cross and get to the State House. My friend, Ruto tries to appeal to his boss, who tells him, yes, yangu kumi, yako kumi. Could the president be meaning the kumi will be spent struggling, crossing the bridge? Could the kumi mean, yes, you'll become president, but perhaps in 2027, much more likely in 2032 after kumi? He appeals once again, but I think what the boss is telling him, mwanaume ni kujipanga. But remember, for a man, it is true, it's difficult. My Shushan boy tells me it is easier for a lizard or a chameleon, especially a chameleon, yes, a chameleon, to cross the 8-lane Thika road successfully than for a man to go through life. So mbele haiko sawa, lakini utajipanga. It is that difficult, Your Excellency. William Samoei Ruto.